The Kenny and JT Show is brought to you by Rooster's Wings and More. Be fun. Be casual.
Ding.
These guys have a lot to say, and they never stop talking.
Well, to listen to those two clowns?
I am not a happy camper.
I've had enough of that malarkey.
Don't wreck our show, you hoser.
Live from News Talk 1480 WHBC.
It's a household name.
All right, Dan.
It's Kenny and JT.
Oh, you made a wise choice, my friend.
Have a great show!
Hey, wait a minute, man. That's a little bit of a squirrel moment for me on the eve of the Royal Rumble in WWE. We'll talk more about that later. We're coming to you live from the corner of 6th and Market, beautiful downtown Canton, Ohio. Believe it or not, the sun is out. 15 frigid degrees, though. It's still wintertime.
Yeah, I haven't peeked outside at all today. I'm home doing the show. Migraine City, been up since like 4:30 in a dark, cold room taking sumatriptan and Tylenol and whatever else and cold compresses to get rid of this damn migraine.
Yeah, I had that sumatriptan one time after a big Thanksgiving Day meal, and it put me to sleep.
No.
What?
No.
It's not the same thing?
No.
Oh, tryptophan from the turkey.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking of.
Although maybe I should have ate some turkey and it would have helped me sleep and get through the migraine. But I'm here. I'm battling through like Scottie Pippen on occasion or Terrell Davis when they had the migraine.
Atta boy. You know what? If whatever caused this to give you a migraine, I don't know. But if you were following the NFL, that would be enough to give you a migraine. Have you seen some of the hires, some of the interviews going on, some of the fires or parting ways, we should say, in the NFL in the last 24 hours?
It's constant movement. He's coming here. This guy's going there. That guy got fired, but they're going to hire him here. And the best news is the Steelers and the Browns do not have Bubba Ventrone. That's the best news of all the comings and goings. He's off to Los Angeles for the Rams.
It seems as though the Bills get their offensive coordinator and Pete Carmichael. I have no idea who he is. Falcons get a GM who was an assistant at the Bears in Ian Cunningham. Vikings part way with former Cleveland Browns assistant to the general manager. Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah is out at Minnesota.
Nice.
Eagles get an offensive coordinator, formerly, I believe, an assistant coach with the Packers, Sean Mannion. And the Browns are getting ready to interview Travis Switzer for offensive coordinator, who was a run game coordinator. Again, one of those coaching positions I've never heard of, but we do know this. Switzer formerly was a running back for the University of Akron.
Yeah, I thought he was an offensive lineman. Somebody told me he was an O lineman. Yeah, but he was an Akron Zip for 4 years. So it looks like if everything goes through, he'll be the OC. Now I expect Todd Monken to call the plays because this kid's never called the plays before.
The problem is this. I mean, you're a run game coordinator for the Baltimore Ravens, and you have Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson. That's an easy job, isn't it?
Give the ball to Derrick or just keep it to yourself and run. That's it. That was the play call. Or they didn't do that enough, and maybe that's why these guys are changing jobs.
It was still under my watch, and we averaged 166 yards a game. I'm a genius.
Yeah, there you go. And that genius is joining Todd Monken, and I saw him making his trip to Cleveland today and in Berea in the building, and he and Shedeur Sanders had a friendly meeting, and I guess that topic did come up in his job interview as one of the questions on the homework assignment or something.
Well, he met him, and he said something to the effect that we try to get you in Baltimore. You have it, Brian? Yeah. Play it.
How you doing? Welcome back to the States.
How we doing, man?
Good.
Yeah, we tried to draft your ass last year. It's all worked out.
Yeah.
You remember that, right?
Yeah, that's what I was about to tell you.
Someday we'll get a chance to talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, sit down.
Kind of hard to understand, but I mean, obviously, we try to draft you in Baltimore, and I don't know why they would. I mean, you've got to have a backup to Lamar Jackson. Why wouldn't you want somebody that was kind of similar, even though he doesn't run as well as Lamar?
Supposedly, the story goes that Dion and Shedeur allegedly told the Ravens not to draft him because he didn't see a path to a chance to play because of Lamar Jackson. And ironically, both of their backups got hurt, and he probably would have played had they drafted him. But like they said, it worked out, and he got to play in Cleveland. So that's why they were joking around about it.
You think about how this season started out, and you had Joe Flacco as your starter. Have you heard the news on Joe Flacco today?
No. Is there news?
Yes.
Dude, I've been sleeping this migraine off. Tell me what happened.
For the first time in his 18-year career, Joe Flacco has been named as a replacement in the Pro Bowl.
No.
You've got both Cleveland Browns quarterback. What? I can't make it up.
Seriously?
Everybody either wanted out of this thing or is hurt or is still playing.
So Shador and Joe Flacco
How about that?
are both going to be at this meaningless Pro Bowl festivities this weekend.
You have to watch it now, don't you?
No. No, thank you. I'll pass. I'll find something else to watch over the weekend. What's this this Royal Rumble you talk of that is supposed to happen this weekend?
Talking about the 39th annual Royal Rumble, the third longest running annual WWE premium live event. And it's overseas. I believe it's in Saudi Arabia. And we get probably the career killer, Gunther. Remember, he's the one that he ended the career of John Cena.
He's the career killer.
He's the career killer going up against the phenomenal one, AJ Styles.
Do you really believe that AJ Styles can beat me?
Maybe.
Well, you and all those people are equally stupid. Because tomorrow, I'm going to walk into the Royal Rumble and I'm going to end the career of the phenomenal one, AJ Styles.
I can't stand that, Gunther.
Stupids.
You
You're all
stupids.
stupids. Who's he think he is? John Lucas? Putting an S on the end of everything? And the Bigs and Chris Mims and Zadrunas Ilgaskas's? The stupids, huh? So let me get this straight. The Royal Rumble, isn't this the lead up to WrestleMania usually,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
What it is I think the winner of the Royal Rumble
yeah.
gets the opportunity to fight for the championship at WrestleMania.
Oh, okay.
So you're
that
going to get
30 wrestlers.
Yeah, you get Roman
jumping in
Reigns.
the ring?
Yeah, you get Roman Reigns in this thing for sure.
Okay. All right. And then do they do this for the men and the women or just the men at the Royal Rumble?
I don't know.
I think both. I think now they're adding the women to this Royal Rumble card and everything along those lines. How do I watch this though? Is this free or do I have to pay for it? That's what if it's free, because my other choice is the Pro Bowl games. If it's free, I'll watch the Royal Rumble. If I have to pay for it, ain't no way I'm forking out any money for this Royal Rumble.
2 p.m. and it's going to stream, and I don't know where this is. Coverage begins at noon on ESPN app and in the official streaming hub for fans with ESPN Unlimited.
Okay. That means I got to pay for it. Nope, won't be watching. I'll wait on social media to see who is the last man and woman standing in the Royal Rumble.
I'm rooting for the tribal chief. I want Roman Reigns back in there where he belongs. Get that. In fact,
what do you go?
The belt right now.
You are holding the WHBC.
We're doing this live. We're going to do this right now.
Yeah.
On our YouTube channel. This is the belt.
There you go.
Yeah. Roman Reigns, baby. Let's go.
There you go. You're holding the belt, and I'm holding a bottle of Tylenol and sumatriptan to kick the ass.
Yeah,
of,
that
migraine.
Triptan, man. I took that one time. I fell asleep for like 3 days.
Dude, it helps surprisingly. And my migraines, you know what I get? You're holding that belt. See how shiny that is? Something that shiny. Depending on where the light hits that, occasionally you'll see multiple colors, in that baby. Right? For me, I see multiple colors when I close my eyes and get a migraine.
Yeah, I'm throwing it over my shoulder like I'm the tribal chief. Roman Reigns.
You're not one of the stupids?
No.
That was nice. Hey, Andy Logan. Shout out to Andy Logan for making that belt for us. Gave it to us at Wishes this past.
Don't call him out. He wants me to go pay for my Super Bowl boards, and I haven't done it yet. So don't.
Didn't you win last year on that, or you won
something?
recently?
I think it was. Yeah. You know what it was? I think it was the March Madness tournament.
Oh, that's what you won. That's right.
Totally legal, by the way. It's totally legal.
It's legal. It's on the up and up. Yeah, we know that for sure. So, but yeah, a lot of movement in the NFL. I will not watch any of the Pro Bowl crap. If it pops up somewhere where I can get a free app to watch the Royal Rumble, I'll do that. If not, I'm gonna start watching. I'm gonna start watching college basketball. It's about that time, right? We're hitting February this weekend, and March Madness just around the corner, and so I'll be checking out some college hoops this weekend to go along with the Cavaliers on the West Coast.
There's been a lot of day games already. They were televised. There's still about 10, 11 games depending upon where you're playing at. And I know there's a huge game in Northeast Ohio this weekend because the Zips and the Golden Flashes are going at it.
Oh, yeah. Arch rivals doing battle in the MAC. MAC action. MACtion, as they like to call
Akron's
it.
a huge favorite. Akron's really good again.
Yeah, they are. So we'll see how that plays out. And speaking of hoops, did you see what Cooper Flagg and Con Canoopel did last night?
Did Cooper Flagg get hurt?
No.
Oh.
Cooper Flagg scored the most points ever by a teenager in NBA history last night. He dropped 49 points against his former Duke teammate, Con Canoopel, one of the funnest names to say in all of the NBA.
He's good too.
But it wasn't enough. Con Canoopel scored 34 points.
Really?
And helped them. He scored the last two, and the Hornets beat the Mavs 123-121 as the two former Dukies combined for 83 points. I think the most ever by two rookies taken in the first round.
Refresh my memory. Did Duke win it all last year? I don't remember.
They lost in the championship.
To who? I can't remember.
Great question. I don't even how about that? Don't even remember who won the Natty title last year. Was it no? Baylor was a few years ago. Houston, no, I forget who won it last year. I just know that Duke had the best team, and remember Duke blew a huge lead. I didn't
remember they were in it.
Duke blew. Duke won a game when they were way behind to get, I think, to the championship game, and then they had the lead in the championship game, big lead, and they blew it in the title game with Cooper Flagg and Con Canoopel and Sion James, and there was another player that got drafted in the first round.
You had Proctor with the Cavaliers. He wasn't a first rounder, but
he's another.
Is he late first round?
He missed some free throws in that game. Now that you bring him up, he missed free throws.
I just looked this up quickly. Defending NCAA men's basketball champion is?
I have no clue.
They beat the Buckeyes before.
Florida?
Yeah, that's what it says. Defending NCAA men's basketball championship, Florida Gators won the 2025 tournament, while the UConn Huskies are the defending women's champion. Shocker there, right?
The Florida, does it give the score? Was it 83-81? For some reason, I remember that score.
Well, it says they defeated Houston.
Oh, then you know what? They defeated Houston, so it was in the Final Four then that Duke did not or blew a big lead. See, that's why I'm going to start watching some college hoops. I got to get back on track. Duke had a big lead in the Final Four game then, and they blew it. And Florida, there was a guard. I forget the guard's name. He was lighting them up from all over the place. He ended up getting drafted in the first round. So Florida, the Gators. Wow. Thanks for bringing that up, because I totally forgot.
Because it's good to be a Florida Gator.
Yeah. So we'll see who wins it this year. I have money on UConn this year, bouncing back. Before the season started, I said, you know what? Coach Hurley's going to be pissed off. He's taking a lot of flack. They won 2 in a row. They were going for 3 in a row. And so I said, they're going to bounce back. And I took I took UConn and one other team. I go, Kansas. Those are the two I picked.
Pulled this up to see last year's Final Four. And you're right. Duke gets ousted by Houston. Houston's the number 1 seed. They lose 70-60.
Okay. All right.
And then Florida beats Houston 65-63. How do we not remember this?
Yeah. You know what? Unfortunately, I think March Madness has lost some of its luster. Maybe it's because the one and dones, the transfer portal, the NIL, some kids not even playing college basketball, playing in the G League or going overseas and whatnot. So maybe that's it.
Would you rather watch a semifinal game of the NCAA Final Four, or the 39th annual Royal Rumble?
Give me the
featuring
Final,
Gunther.
give me college basketball.
You suck.
You know what? I watched, there's a Raw show on or something on one of the streaming services. They go behind the scenes, right? They show you. That to me was interesting. That's the only thing I've watched WWF, WWE related in the last 5 years, because I found that interesting to see how they set everything up. Because for people that think it's real, guess what? It is
real. It's real entertainment. It's real for me, man. That's entertainment. It starts at noon. Coverage tomorrow at noon. 39th annual Royal Rumble.
let me correct myself.
Go ahead.
It's real. They're falling. They get hurt, but it's scripted who ends up winning. Okay. I don't want to piss off any WWE fans.
It's real entertainment. That's all you need to know. And you know what? The storylines are not that much more far-fetched than the NBA. Everybody's going down. Everybody's hurt. Everybody wants traded. Everybody wants to spread rumors about how the Cavaliers going to move on from DeAndre Hunter and trade him straight up for LeBron James. Can't be done.
No, not this year. It can't. I don't know next year, but not this year. It can't be done. Giannis rumors are out there, and the Cavs, by the way, going for 6 in a row tonight at Phoenix against the Suns. Cavaliers, 4.5-point favorites, and they'll tip it off at 9 p.m. here on WHBC.
The NBA power rankings came out on Bleacher Report. Cavaliers they're running right back up that list again, and they're almost to where people thought they were going to be, even though they've got all these injuries. I mean, it was been brought to my attention. We briefly touched on this yesterday. Is this team better? I mean, I can't believe I'm going to say this or ask you this question. I mean, we've been joking around a lot today in the monologue, but is this team better without Darius Garland and Evan Mobley?
Without Evan Mobley, no. Without Darius Garland, the record indicates it does. It was either on the pregame, postgame show, somewhere they said without Darius Garland, the Cavaliers are like 16-7, and that's better than their regular season record if you subtract that from, well, let's do it. What are they? They're 29-20, right? So if you take 16-7 away, that means they're 13-13 with Darius Garland and 16-7 without it.
I think they're 7-1 on this recent, including the 5-game win streak. I think they're 7-1 without Darius Garland.
Yeah. So again, liability defensively, major liability, hasn't been healthy. Can shoot, no question about it, but teams seek him out to exploit his defensive weakness, and that hurts the team, especially down the stretch. And JT, it hurts more when they play good teams, right? You can get away with DG against the bums, but when you play the Knicks and you play OKC and say, who else is good now? The Rockets, those type of teams, they exploit the hell out of Darius Garland on the defense.
Well, especially when he's not providing offense. That's when it really hurts. I don't think anybody plays a lot of great defense in the NBA, but when Darius Garland was struggling early, I wasn't looking at him saying, hey, man, play better defense. I'm going, why are you missing all these shots? And then he got hot again, and he looked like he had gotten his legs back. And, how many times are we going to go back and look at Darius Garland and say, well, he lost 15 pounds when he got hurt last year. Well, you've had enough time to put that weight back on you. So something's got to give here. And why have you experienced shooting woes? But then again, we say the same thing about maybe DeAndre Hunter. So, I mean, when you consider the fact that both of them weren't providing as much offense as they did maybe a year ago, or when at least Darius Garland was healthy, you have to look at it and say, what's the common denominator here? Isn't it Kenny Atkinson?
So what, you want to place the blame on Atkinson?
And DeAndre Hunter's offense fell off a little bit. What changed?
Maybe because he was getting more freedom to score in Atlanta. He was one of the go-to guys, whereas here, when Garland's out there, when Mobley's out there, when Spider's out there, he's the fourth option. Yeah. So maybe that's affected his offense. I don't know.
I don't know if his points per game is really that drastically different than it was before here. But, body language means a lot to me. When I see these guys, when you look at DeAndre Hunter, he looks totally different than he did last year. Now, maybe that's because there's no more Ty Jerome there. I don't know. But there's something missing, don't you think?
Yes, and I was excited when they got him. Remember, I'm like, oh gosh, look at this 3-and-D guy, long arm or wingspan, 6'6" guy,
long arms like snakes.
Arms like snakes. What? Arms like snakes. But yeah, he hasn't lived up to the billing, or at least my expectations, and I think he hasn't lived up to their expectations. I think that's fair to say.
Is it fair to put expectations on this team because we thought they were going to be better coming out of the gate, and it took them a while to get warmed up? I mean, they're 29-20, arguably the hottest team in the East. It's not the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah, so here's what somebody told me at the game the other night. We were talking, and they said this is going to be a positive in the end, that all these young guys had to play, got to play, and took advantage of it. Look at Jalen Tyson. Jalen Tyson maybe doesn't explode onto the scene this year if Max Strus is playing, right? Is that fair to say? Jalen Tyson's role wouldn't be as big if Max Strus would have played from the beginning of the season. I think that's fair.
It's the same thing we saw last year in Ty Jerome, isn't it?
Right. Yeah. So because of some injuries, Jalen Tyson got more minutes. Craig Porter's getting more minutes. Who's the kid 35? I always forget his name. The two-way player that had the big dunk the other night.
That would be Tomlin.
Yeah. Naquan Tomlin.
Yep.
He's not playing as much if the regulars are all in there. So in the long run, maybe this adds the depth they need come playoff time. When this gets to the postseason, the Cavaliers are going to be better than they were last year. That's what somebody told me.
Well, if that glass is half full, and that he told you, I'll give you the glass half empty, because it also gives your opponents more video on those players, and they're able to shut them down the way they shut down Ty Jerome and all these bench guys last year. It's one thing to come off the bench and be a nice, pleasant surprise, but it's another thing when they've got a book on you, isn't it?
Yeah, I get that. But the confidence level helps most players more than, being scouted. If you believe you can do it, if you're confident when you go in there and Spider Mitchell's passing you the ball without hesitation because he's got confidence in you to knock that shot down, right? So, so I just wanted to look it up. By the way, it is 13-13 with Darius Garland in. It is, as John Pazika likes to say. Opa. 13-13. So they're a 500 team in the games that Darius Garland has played this year.
Let's just hope that, when everything is over and done with this season, whether or not they make it to the championship or the finals in the East or whatever, that they learned a lesson from last year and they're not going to get upset in the postseason the way they did. I mean, it's one thing to lose, and I understand Donovan Mitchell's never been out of the second round, but to lose the way they did with home court advantage and to just get run out of the gym, that was a tough pill to swallow, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. And, Donovan Mitchell, I looked it up because I have some, I did a futures bet at the beginning of the season for MVP in the NBA, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I went with Luka Doncic and Victor Wembanyama. I put money down on both of those guys. Not a lot. I don't bet a lot. I work in radio. And so I'm following the MVP ladder, as they call it, and to see who's at the top and who's climbing that ladder, okay? At the top of the ladder, last year's MVP, SGA. Okay?
Yep.
They have Luka number 2, Joker number 3, even though he's been hurt.
Yeah.
Wemby's number 4.
Right.
Jaylen Brown 5, Kate Cunningham 6, and Spider Miller 7. They only have him 7.
Spider Miller? I thought he's in East Canton.
I'm sorry. My bad. Got my spiders
He doesn't
up.
play basketball. His dad made him go up on a ladder, and he got up there to re-shingle the roof, and he did it so quick they called him Spider.
Spider Mitchell. I want to see what kind of basketball game, though, Spider Miller had. Do you think he shoots his free throws underhand?
Those knees, he couldn't even get to the line. Are you kidding me?
I bet he shoots his free throws underhand.
Old school? He ain't that
old school.
He's not as old as us. Is he? Yeah, a little bit older.
Yeah, he's running that picket fence, and when they get fouled, he's shooting it underhand, Spider Miller.
What was that guy's name? And what's his name? Shooter, right? Shooter in the movie Hoosiers. Wasn't his name Shooter?
Yes. Jimmy Chitwood.
No, Shooter, the assistant. Wouldn't Spider be a great shooter?
Oh, if we had to remake the movie Hoosiers, Spider would play Shooter.
A school this size ain't never been a state.
Listen up, fellas.
Yeah.
We gonna run the picket fence at him. Don't get caught watching paint dry.
Right. Spider Miller be perfect in that role.
But anyway, Spider Mitchell, 7th. Shouldn't he be higher than 7th?
He's not getting
on that
any
MVP ladder.
He is the Rodney Dangerfield of the NBA, not getting any respect. And you know what? I'm good with it, because if it makes him play better and all of a sudden they're relying on him, it's paying off. Before we get to the break, you mentioned Luka. Did you see the other day, and you were at the game, so you didn't get to watch inside the NBA, Luka took that shot and then he basically fell off the court. And now they're going to conduct some kind of, I don't know if they're going to investigate the Cavaliers for the raised floor or whatever, but it was hysterical when you heard Charles Barkley talk about it. He goes, well, you got to quit showboating then, because after he took the shot, he hopped back 4 or 5 times and then fell off the floor. It's not like he shot it and fell off the floor. He was showboating.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. And they had another player come down with an injury 3 years ago. So it's the second time. Yeah, so that's why it's being brought up. J.J. Redick said it's, what do you call it, a hazard or whatever.
Yeah.
So they're going to look into it. We didn't know from our angle what happened or why he came up limping and went to the locker room, but he came back in the game. So that's why. And it's all because of the hockey arena or the hockey rink. They put the floor over top of the ice and everything like that.
But at the Final Four, it's always elevated, and it's feet, not inches. This is just a few inches. Come on.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, but hopefully they'll get that figured out. Hey, well, we don't want any of the Cavaliers falling off like that and getting hurt. We got enough guys hurt already with Chisenhalls, with hamstrings, with hands and feet and all kind of stuff like that.
You don't know what hard times are, Daddy.
It's Kenny and JT on WHBC.